Hello everybody, how we doing today? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Wonderful to have y'all out here. Hello. Oh, it's lovely to see you all. Welcome on in to the Wednesday stream where we are finally going to be attempting to fill in the back of the mountain. We're going to be working on casting the back of the mountain with some stone today and kind of see what happens with it. That is the goal. We'll see how far we can get on it because something tells me it's going to be a little bit of a bigger project than I was thinking it will be. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Ah, great to see y'all out here. Lulu Goblin, how we doing? Azealia, hello. SS Love, what's up? TK Ander, Sparrow. Oh my gosh, Amisha, how we doing? Mr. Man, Tristan, hi. Cypher, what's going on? Julie, Pachyderm, hello. Otzi, how you doing? Whoop, Mountain Project, I know, we're gonna try. May, what's going on? Do you want to build the spawn for my server? No, I'm sorry, my friend. I don't do build commissions or anything like that anymore. Good luck building it yourself, though. You'll be a lot happier if you make it yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. If you can figure out how to make something you enjoy, you'll be a lot more happy with it than if I did it for you. How's your morning going? It's been a good morning. It's been a really good morning. Got a workout in, played video games for like 30-40 minutes while I was waking up and getting the caffeine going and getting all that ready. It's been a good one. It's been good. No complaints over here, except for it is a very Pacific Northwest morning today. It's very Pacific Northwest day. Very foggy, and it rained all night, so it's very wet outside. Mountain Wednesday? I know. Yeah. We're going to bring it back. I think we can work on the name, but, you know, that's how it is. Necri, how we doing? Wayward Gamer, what's going on? Kayla, hi. Cass, what's going on? Cass, thank you so much for coming to support it before the stream, by the way. I saw that. Everybody, please be sure to leave a like on the stream if you have not already. We got almost 600 people in here. We're not even at 300 likes, so I very much do appreciate it. Eggs, good to see you. Welcome on in. Top of the morning. Good afternoon. Evening. Good evening. It's evening over there by now, right? TK Andrew, thank you so much for the 7 months at tier 2. 7 months here, plus many more from other platforms. Keep up the good work and let the mountain go. There we go. We can do that. Anima, happy Wednesday. It's hump day, so we must work on the big lump. There we go. That could go. Losaurus, good to have you. Welcome on in. Oh my gosh. It's time. Shall it be? No, it's not time. I have something to show you all first. This is a travesty to the building community. This is so sad. So incredibly sad for the building community. Look at this crafting recipe right here. Look at how terrible this is. I don't like to raise a stink too much about what Minecraft's doing. But if you're telling me this right here is the recipe, this is the recipe here for 2 trapdoors is 6 blocks of copper. That's not expensive. That's straight up bougie. That is awful. The new Snapshot just came out today, and oh my god. Let me see if I can find the Snapshot. We can talk about this real quick. But if this is how it stays, we need to raise the banners, call to arms, and fix this. But the new Snapshot came out today just in time for Halloween. There's a new model for bats, and then we get access to all of the new tough blocks. They are beautiful. The bat has a new updated model, animations, and texture. I'm hoping they redid the behavior of it too, so it doesn't just fly into lava, but you know, maybe it'll do that. Julie, I agree. The audacity. Thank you so much for the 9 months. I do appreciate it. They showed a better, was it Minecraft that tweeted out? I think Minecraft tweeted out the actual better picture of all the blocks coming. Where is it? No, they didn't. Who tweeted that out? Somebody, I saw it this morning. Somebody tweeted out like a great picture of all of the blocks at once. Maybe it was on the Reddit. Let me see if I can find this. But yeah, This is awful. This is so sad. It's making me, I don't, could you imagine if 2 iron trap doors, I tweeted this out earlier, 2 iron trap doors were 6 blocks of iron to make them? Could you imagine that? That was how we got iron trap doors, with 6 blocks of iron? No. All right, I can't find it. I can't find the picture. That's okay. That's fine. But yeah, so they have that. If you want to check out the new 1.21 features they announced at Minecraft Live, all of the building blocks pretty much get added today. So you have all of the different coppered ones in here, chiseled coppers, grate bulbs, doors, trapdoors, and all the variants. We have chiseled cut copper as 2 copper slabs, or stone cutter. Copper bulb got added in, which is pretty cool. For all you redstone nerds out there, you have something new and fun to play with. The whole tough family got added in. Stair, slab, wall, and chiseled variants. Tough bricks with stair, slab, walls. Polished tough with stair, slab, and walls. And then also regular tough now has stair, slabs, and walls, which is beautiful. And then the bat got reworked. And then there's a few techie changes you can read through in there. Apparently you can turn tick rate to freeze, I've seen some people doing, and it literally stops mobs where they are. Like, you can stop time. Can I please get your texture pack for free? Yeah, you can hang out in the stream long enough and get gifted a membership and then join the Discord. You can download it from there. If you would like my texture pack, or you would like my world download for free, I got the best deal for you ever, and you'll get entertainment in the process. Wow. You can hang out in the stream and get a gifted membership from somebody else. On YouTube, the longer you're here and the more active you are in streams, and the longer you're in streams, the higher your chance of getting a gifted membership. Show up to the streams. If you want free stuff, be a part of the community, show up here, be active, and eventually you'll get yourself a gift membership. And that's how you can get it for free. Speaking of which, by the way, episode 49 for the Hardcore World comes out tomorrow. And that means episode 50 is next. And episode 50 brings the world download for members and Patreon supporters. Patreon. The patrons. Cass, thank you so much for the 8 months. Don't forget to like. You became a member before and you got another membership message now? How did you break the system? But thank you. And Jinxie Heart, thanks so much for the 5 gift members. I really do appreciate it. My friends, I figured we'd walk through the city because I don't know. This is where I spawned in. I thought it would be cool. Do you have plans to build more animal fields like you did with, as I feel like you have too many crops?
Nice to meet you.
Don't you dare say that. You can never have too many crop fields.
Cha-ching!
I should ban you for that offense. No, I'll add some more animal pastures and things like that in as we go. But I really like having the big crop fields. I think Minecraft animals are just a little... Their AI is a little wonky for like normal animals. For example, let's fly to the top of this mountain. Did you know that in Minecraft, mobs have it built into their AI to go up? Their AI pathing does not just say, let's go in this general area where we are. Their AI has this thing built into it that Mojang hasn't acknowledged if it's a bug or not, but it basically tells animals to go climb mountains. So if you're ever looking for animals in a world where you have played for a long time, go look on top of the mountains, because that is where all of your animals will be. This is peak Minecraft gameplay here. So by that, anytime I feel like I do animal pens and things, they all kind of just like bunch in a corner and they stay in that corner. Like the sheep, for example. They're pretty spread out right now, but like most of them are just along that upper fence ledge. Like a majority of them are on that upper area. Like none are really down here just moving around. They're all just like against that fence wall, and I don't really like how that looks. And also they don't load in from far away. Oh my God, there's a lot of bees in there. I had to breed a lot of bees for the episode tomorrow, so yeah. Can I please get the texture pack, please? I just told you how, homie. If you're not listening to me, why should I give you anything for free? If you're not willing to ask a question and then listen for the answer, and you're also asking for something free, why should I give you something free? I'm just saying, if you want me to do something for you and you're not even willing to do something for me that was actually for you to begin with, I don't know why I'd help you. It's the next episode of Copper Farm. I don't know what you're talking about. Free the bees? Never. They stay in there. Otherwise, they go crazy. What am I doing? Right, getting a bunch of stone. That's the goal today. We didn't walk through the city at all. I got distracted. I flew away. Nope. Membership plug incoming. I usually don't plug for memberships. I really don't. I think there's merit in it, but I know a lot of people like to come here for content and just chill and relax and kind of take a break from whatever's going on. And I don't want to be like, I'll bug you all to like the stream and things like that, as it's free to do, but I'm not going to bug people to be like, hey, become a member. Hey, do this. Hey, give me money. Like, that really rubs me the wrong way when I'm watching streams and I feel like all they're trying to do is get me to pay for them. So I try to not do that. But we're going to load up on a bunch of stone in here. And then we're just going to go start casting out the mountain. We need to pick up a bunch of dirt. I think I have a bunch of grass. So we'll grab a bunch of that on the way. And we can just fill up these last few shulker boxes. And then we'll be good. I need to start. I'm going to get a lot of the stone back once we get into like the texturing and detailing phase. But today, all I care about is getting the shape casted. The way I always think about terraforming and landscaping and that stuff in Minecraft is, how could I make the shape just be? All I need to do is get like the shape in there, and as soon as the shape's in there, it's a lot easier for me to finish off the rest of it. Also, my game's a little laggy today. Maybe it's just this part of the world, but I'm feeling very laggy. Oh, spookies. This man puts a poll in chat for what he's gonna do, then proceeds to completely ignore it. Homie, I put the title on the stream and it's not even one of the options. It says, what build should I focus on, as in for like the next videos. Chillax. It is very laggy in this world. What the? Why is it so laggy today? Ah, that might be why. We're gonna bump that down to 29. Me playing on 32 chunk render distance. Why is it laggy today? I don't get it. On a scale of 1 to 10, how interested you in the new copper and tough blocks? New tough blocks, beautiful, amazing. I love them. They're perfect. The new copper blocks, I'm kind of meh. The copper grate. The copper grate is going to be one of my favorite blocks ever in the game. Like, I think that's a really, really cool block. And I think it's going to be amazing for windows as like a lattice. And I think some people are going to create some very, very cool ideas on how to just build these amazing, intricate, like glass window designs with the grates when you have the 4 colors you can work with. Like, that's going to be really, really fun to see. And I'm excited to do that type of stuff. But with the others, I feel like I don't use copper too much, other than it's cut copper in there. And copper bulbs I'll try out, but like I'm not like super in love with the idea. I mean, they're cool, but I'm not like jumping up and down in excitement with them. So that's not really too crazy for me. But yeah, I'd say I'm very, very excited to see where things go with like how the tough blocks are used and the copper grate. Like those two I'm really looking forward to. So I think it's a good update. I think what they're, wow, we're almost out of dirt. What they've been showing so far and all that stuff is really cool. And also the speed at which they're like showing us everything. Like when everybody's like, Minecraft Live didn't announce very much. And then they're like, oh, by the way, everything we announced at Minecraft Live, it's already done. Like, here you go. Like, here's most of it. We're just going to give you a little bit each week, and there you go. My friends, please be sure to leave a like on the stream if you have not already. We got 1,000 people in here, and we're only at 500 likes, so half the people in here. YouTube added a new effect to the like button. This is real, not clickbait, but also please click it. There's a new effect on the like button. It gives you a little wee. So please be sure to leave a like. Thank you. I appreciate it. What about the crafter? What do you think? I think the crafter is going to be something that helps me finally learn redstone. I'm very excited for the crafter. I think the crafter is going to be so fun. Look at the animals. They're gathering on the top of the hill. I told you. The crafter, I think, is going to be the thing that like has the first like real aspect of redstone that I'm like, that is very useful. Like, sure, okay, I get it. A lot of redstone is really useful and does some really cool things. But at the same time, I just couldn't care to do half of it. Like, I don't care about, I have a door. I have a spruce door that goes doot, 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 and opens and closes. To me, is as good, if not better, because it's faster than having a whole redstone 3x3 piston door. Sure, that thing looks cool, but I just can't be bothered. A spruce door with some trapdoors around it fills your 3x3 space, and whoop, I'm done. So like most of redstone just doesn't appeal to me unless it has something to do with producing resources, because I use it to build. I don't care about the technical side of this game. But the crafter is one of those things that will condense storage rooms and make your world more efficient, because you'll need less chests. Say you have an iron farm and you have iron ingots stacked like crazy. You can craft that down into iron blocks, and for every 9 stacks of iron ingots you have, that's a stack of iron blocks. You can condense your storage room 9-fold. Like, that's amazing for farm outputs. People are probably still going to have all the chests and just fill it all with iron blocks that they'll never use, but you know, Can I go in your world but a copy? And if you can you tell me how? There's going to be a new world download available for members as soon as episode 50 releases. So if you'd like a download of this world, you can become a member. And if $4.99 or $5.99, whatever it is too much money, you can hang out here and chat, and eventually maybe get a gifted membership, and you can get in the world that way. Okay, so we got some thinking. We got some thinking to do today. Right. So, let's see here. Let's fly up into the sky. What are we working with? Any plans for episode 50 already? I'm gonna do a bits and bobs episode, I think. Okay, so this is what we're working with here. I originally had this mountain peak needs to come out that way. This one, this valley, probably here is just gonna, the same way it kind of smoothed its way up here with a little bit of a cliff face. I think it's gonna come down this way a little bit further, then we'll have a cliff and kind of the terrain will slowly merge out that way. I think the same way I started with the mountains originally, of doing these big tall lines, so that height and everything is probably our best bet. And then this guy right here, I'm trying to think. I haven't thought about this at all. Like, I have a very general idea, but I'm almost thinking we have the 3 peaks. And that one is going to kind of just go backwards there. I like it being this big grand peak. Maybe we'll do like another, maybe this one can come down a little bit and have like another lower peak there. So it kind of like cellular bars just goes all the way down. It'll merge into the forest. Like, that could be kind of cool. And then we just have it down that way along the back. And we'll have this big guy. It'll just be kind of chunkier going backwards. I think that's a good bet. And then who did I miss? Rumble Bumble, thank you so much for the 4 months at tier 2, my friend. I didn't even realize it was a live day. Woohoo, perfect vid. Will I play on the member server? By the way, ask yourself if you haven't already joined, then why not? The community server is awesome. Hey, Rumble Bumble said it on me. I just read it. And Jenny, thank you so much for the 13 months. Lucky number 13 indeed. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Yeah, let's just start building out some lines and see where it goes. I think if we bring that here, and then this guy, maybe we... It'll be a lot of terrain to cover up, but I'm thinking if we go like here-ish, we can always slide this around. We're just gonna start getting some base general lines in and kind of see what happens. This is how you mountain, by the way. This is mountaining. The rocks have always reminded me of whales. I don't know why, but that's cool. Hey, I get it. The rock that the monument is on has been called a capybara. It's been called a whale. It's been called many. It's been many names. Many names. I think like there, bring it down, and then I kind of maybe here. Like this could be a good height. So that would come down and then inch back up. Like that could be good. And then, because we can, we can bring this back a touch. I don't know. We'll figure this out as we go today. We're gonna try and get the base stuff in, and we can start casting like the general shape lines. That'd be pretty cool. Hopefully. We've been watching America's National Parks on Disney Plus recently. Not as a promo thing or anything like that, but I'm like way hooked on like looking at the landscapes and terraform, like the just all that stuff that they're just showing these beautiful landscapes, and I'm just like, I want to work on the mountain. Okay, so we're just gonna take this. We'll figure out where all of the like that will just kind of connect in there with some dirt coming around the back probably. And then this can come over this way. I'm trying to remember how I did this. It's been so long since we've done these, and I remember I had this very like stylized, like the mountain comes out a bit. We're not gonna be able to hit that from here, but maybe that's okay. Maybe this is like it can move a little closer. That's fine. And then that, let's go. Yeah, that can come to like here, and then it'll drop down again. And we'll figure out where that goes. I don't know. When looking at the landscape reminds you of Minecraft. I mean, it's the builder brain. It's always doing its thing. I want to give it a little bit of thickness, so maybe we actually bring this out here. And have this kind of be one of those like... And that can go to there, and then it'll start coming back up this way. This is going to get a little bit taller than it was original, but like that's why we're doing this thing. We'll take down this line and then we'll go back and look at it. By the way, hardcore video should be out tomorrow for episode 49. If you haven't heard me say that already today, so set your calendars. I gotta finish editing the comment or question of the day episode still, but that should be out too. Did I really put all these flowers up here? I thought I didn't do any flowers. Oh, huh? Would you look at that? Are you sure you have enough stone? No. Actually, I think we need more. I think we're gonna need a lot more. Okay, there is our first line in. Let's go take a look back at it. From over here, we have to go to the viewing point. Yeah, that kind of goes in there, and then we'll have it probably just like slope down there at a pretty consistent angle, and then drop, and then kind of weave its way down. I think could be pretty good. Life finds a way. Exactly. That's how it goes. Too spiky. Nah, we'll thicken it up. We're just, I mean, it's a wireframe right now. This is just general idea. This will most likely not be the final shape. You're gonna build statues anywhere. The original idea for this mountain was to build a creeper farm inside of it. The problem with doing like statues and things in Minecraft is that a lot of the time when you're doing them, they ruin the scale of everything around it. Because if you're trying to get like a really good shape or form in whatever statue you're making, you have to add in a lot of size to it to make it look like anything that you're trying to make it look like. So I tend to not build too many statues just because it's hard to make them work in a smaller space. And I like to scale everything around the player. So unless the statue is meant to be like just this massive, just crazy huge thing, we're going to have the mountain probably coming all the way out here. But unless it's meant to be like this overpowering, just like not that this is a statue, but the same way that the obelisk works over there, is it's just like this absolutely just gigantic thing. Unless we're going with something more of that sort, it's hard to make something work out really well at the scale that I work at typically. If any of that blab made sense. A lot of this in here I'm thinking is going to be like stone and grass. A lot of grass. Can I... Yoink! MLC is Racing, thanks so much for the 5 months, my dude. Have you taken a look at the new Snapshot that came out today? Which blocks are you looking forward to? We were talking about it earlier. I'm really excited about the tough blocks. I think those are fun. Very not excited about the crapper trapdoor. The copper trapdoor. Well, that's my true feeling about it, apparently. Oh. Sometimes when you just can't talk and the word that you accidentally say is the one that you meant to say. Joel's self-portrait statues are a great example of the scale required. Yeah, exactly. I mean, his are funny. Joel's a good way of doing that type of stuff. He does a very good job of like bringing humor into the builds that he's making. I get a little stuck on like wanting to make it super realistic, and not super realistic, but like something that could be there. So I mean, not so much. Joel goes like very for the fantasy, and I feel like my stuff is very like more realistic fantasy stylized. Of like it's more, I don't know how am I trying to say it. I think he's more okay with like breaking the rules on building. I think I stay a little bit more rigid. I've been playing around with color and stuff like that a lot, which has been really fun, but as far as the actual building things go, I'm definitely a lot more rigid on like this is the shape that things need to be. And it's good and it's bad. Have you played any Baldur's Gate? I have not. I watched Scott play it one day. We were just chilling in a Discord call, and he was like, "Hey, I got this. You should buy it too." And I was like, "I'm just gonna watch you play today. I'm not too sure if I want it." I played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 like growing up, and then I don't know, like I really loved those. And then when I was watching him play it there, I was like, I don't think this is for me. So I don't know. I will say I did pick up Return to Moria, Lord of the Rings Return to Moria that came out yesterday. I spent a few hours playing that. It's got a few little gimmicky things, but it does a pretty good job. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm about 2 hours into it playing with one of my buddies. And it's been fun. I've been enjoying it. Okay, that's going to work really well for that slope over there. I definitely want to play more of Return to Moria. I think that's kind of that game's up my alley. Yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of all those trees. This whole forest eventually will probably be gone. I think episode 50 is something that the reason why I asked the question of what do y'all want me to do for the poll today was very much because I want I'm gonna try and like finish off a bunch of projects, not finish but just like add more to them for episode 50. My rough idea right now is like 50 hours of building in hardcore Minecraft is kind of like the video title that keeps popping into my head. So we'll see how that works in reality. But yeah, that's kind of the rough idea that I have right now. Okay, so that'll link all this together. And yeah, so this week, new hardcore episode 49 launches tomorrow. Next week, the 5,000 Days movie is gonna release, so order some popcorn, get ready, and all that good stuff. That'll be out next Thursday, and then I think after that it's gonna be hardcore 50, and then I've got a really fun video idea for something completely one-off that I'm very excited to do. That I got the idea from some friends recently, and I'm very excited for it. I don't want to spoil it because I think it'd be good, but I'm trying to coordinate with like 8 other people to come and be body doubles in the video to make it happen. It's gonna be way different than the normal content, but I think it's gonna be really fun. fWhip eating through rockets like nobody's business. I know, I actually need to go craft some more. My shulker is my rocket box is almost empty. So that is comment of the day book. It's gonna be a very chaotic video. I need to actually touch base with them and make sure that they're all free still. I was waiting for everybody to get back from TwitchCon before I can do that. Should I get a tarantula? I don't want to be anywhere near a tarantula ever in my entire life, so you do you. Gonna need a stone generator soon. Yeah, I'm holding it right here. This is a stone generator. If you didn't know, it can generate stone. All you have to do is hold left click. You just do a little bit of that, and you get some. We currently have almost 200,000 stones sitting in a storage room. We're good. We are good. Okay. This guy, I want to bring it forward a touch. Such a compact. Yeah, it's a 1-block stone generator. It's really nice. Y'all should try it one of these days if you're looking for a stone generator. It's pretty good stuff. I'm kind of thinking, do we want this to like come back out here a touch? Maybe if we, yeah, I want to bring it out because then we can have some dirt going up there. That could be really cool. I think we need to go get some dirt so we can put some of those lines in too. Sounds so different live compared to how you sound in your videos. I mean, a lot more relaxed. Videos have to have recording voice and all that stuff. I don't really care too much about that on live streams. Live stream's a lot more chill. Just point and click, no aimbot needed. Yeah, but some people apparently still need aimbot. Some people are just so bad that they still need an aimbot. It's quite sad. I just like full 180 topic here. I don't understand the desire to use an aimbot. Like in any video game, video games are supposed to be for fun, right? Like the whole point of a video game is that we are enjoying what we're doing. And then apparently the only way you can enjoy it and think that you're good at it, like you have to go through so many like mental hula hoops and like just like jump through so many mental hoops to get to the point where you're like, you know what? The only way I'm gonna have fun in this game is if I cheat. I've decided that the only way I can possibly have fun in this video game I'm playing is if I cheat. It's just like, I don't know, man. maybe you don't play the video game. Maybe you just don't play the game. Yeah, I mean, there's a I kind of stopped playing a lot of PvP based video games because there's so many people cheat nowadays, for one, and then two, I just like found myself getting so frustrated, and I'm really trying to bring on like the energy of like, if I'm playing a video game and I'm not having fun, why the heck am I playing this game? Like, what am I getting out of this game that's making it worth it for me to sit through this form of punishment? Like, all I leave is frustrated at how some stupid teammate did something or whatever it might be. I just like am not having a good time. So I've been very much on the train of, if I'm not having fun, I'm probably quitting playing the game. I mean, you do you. If you I don't know why I started just like filling in this section, but we're here, so we're just gonna finish it. Yeah, we can do that right here. That's fine. And then automated there. Perfect. A little yoink. Nice. Okay. That'd be fun. And then this here, I actually would love for it to just like continue straight back up this way. Maybe we can add that as like a small rock right there, so we have to work our way around it. Ah, we're getting some interest in the terrain. Wow. Then we can come over to here. Perfect. That'll work. Yeah, we can just do that. Are you planning to build anything on the mountain? We'll decorate it. This is kind of just expanding the project that we did here. So like all of this decoration, there's moss in it. We have... Does this still have fireworks in it? Woo! It does! Woo! So we'll add some more of these trees and things up here. We'll probably have some of the rivers coming through. We're definitely going to texture it all like we had those. But the way I try and, so that my builds aren't like 10,000 blocks apart to feel like they're on their own unique space, I build things in Minecraft and then I put physical barriers between them. So it's almost as if you're like loading from one RPG zone to a next. Like if you've ever played World of Warcraft or something like that, where one zone ends and another begins, usually it isn't just like an open plains that opens up into it. There's usually some mountain pass you have to go through, some thick forest in between them that separates them, and just stuff like that that gives you a sense of purpose or a sense of like, I'm traveling into a new land. And that is something that I'm really trying to get in here. Fireworks should go higher. You can make them go higher. Right? They're just little baby ones, little baby fireworks. We're gonna take this back. Like here-ish. And we can do like a little baby rock, probably just like something like this. And we'll take it back a little bit more over here. And then we can kind of start doing some bigger. Sure. I don't know. We'll just get this line going in up here. I try to normally do like diagonal lines, but this'll be okay. Nailed it. I'm so good. Wow, I'm so good at this video game. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Rafi Sloth with the 21 months, my dude. Thank you so very much for the support. I really do appreciate that. You reckon that rocks look like the rocks in Grian's current base? I mean, if they do, I built it first. Read into that what you will. But, I mean, not really. I mean, texturing in like this style has become very popular recently. I don't really see the similarities other than like we're both using highlight and shadow blocks. But outside of that, I don't really see any similarities in them. Okay, we're just gonna do like a little tiny dirt boy right in there. Just get a little variety. And then this will kind of come up here. I know I said the back of the mountain and we've only worked on literally the front of it, but we're just gonna keep vibing. We're just gonna, they're both great. That's true. There's the similarity right there. Both mountains are in fact made of stone. Well, sorry, the rocks and the mountain. We've done it. We've figured it out. I just want to get this sorted here, and we can make like this shape work out, and then we'll jump around to doing some more stuff on the back. Why don't you use snow or white carpets on the tops? I don't want these mountains to be like snowy mountains. I personally love like looking at mountains around me when they're in like spring or summer and you can see the colors of all the wildflowers and all that just going crazy. And so that's kind of where the inspiration for these came from. Okay. PJ, thanks so much for the 9 months. Gotta go. You've got this. fWhip and everybody. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by. You have a good one. Alrighty. Okay, now that we got a few extra lines in here, let's go take a look at this guy. Yeah, I think that'll work. We got a lot of love that needs to go into it. I think that right there could come up with like a little bump, and then we make that bump a little more extreme. But outside of that, that'll work. Do you have any tips for building boats? Not really, no. I'm really bad at them. Ow. Also can't fly. No, I'm really not that great at building boats. My first like decent ones were the ones I did in Papyrus, so, and that was a struggle. I spent so many hours on those. Okay, we're gonna do that. Oh, you're making more mountains. Yes, we're outlining the remaining of these today. Yeah, if you want to know how to build a boat, you ask Blocky to make a boat for you and give you a schematic. That's my tip. Okay, we'll do that. That'll work. And then this will just bump up like a... like that. That'll be enough. And then we have another one and another one. It's kind of like a little woo 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 woo. You should add some war-torn areas. See, I don't really like adding battlefields or destroyed places or whatnot in my world, because I very much like to have the world exist in almost like a utopia where it's about everybody working together to make things instead of destroying things. Like, places come up because there's a resource that can be gathered that they want to share with the world. Like, that's kind of the a philosophy that I try and follow in here. Castles mostly exist as like a failsafe, I guess. And also because Minecraft castles are fun to build, so I build Minecraft castles. Yeah, I get a lot of comments from people asking me to like build jails or build all these kind of, I'm just like, I don't really, I don't really think I want to build a jail or build any of those things. Okay, so here, let's work on this side. So we have the general line coming through there. That's fine. This really is not that close there. I don't need to send that line up. We'll go off of here. Mage Tower surrounded by odd flora because of magic. Yeah, it could be fun. Okay, so we need to like drastically have that come around and probably send off more that way. I'm thinking that line needs to be in here going down there, probably ending about where that little peak is, and we can do some big rocks and boulders things along there. But this one needs probably to about here. And then this can come up a little bit farther. Did anything for Halloween? We're gonna go get pumpkins on Friday, and then we're one of our friends every year throws a pumpkin carving party, and so we're gonna go do that. But outside of that, we don't really have any. I'm not big on costumes or like haunted houses or anything like that. So most of like your typical festivities of Halloween are not my favorite, so I tend to not partake too much. Okay, so I'm thinking here we really ramp this terrain up, like something like this, so we can get a little bit more of a base to work off of. And then we definitely need to bring a lot of stone in here. This is gonna be a big rocky face. Actually, I'm doing this the wrong way. Doesn't need to go like that. It needs to go just straight out over here. And we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I think I could get away with like this because the explosions are happening there. I don't think it'll interrupt the trees from growing. Because they're not going to grow any higher than this. I've been running this thing for so long that it should be totally fine. Let me guess, a field will go on top of the mountain? I wish. It's too spiky. Stones might break something. No, we're gonna give it enough space. I mean, we're not even within it at all. You can basically make a tube like of this glass going all the way up around this thing, and it would be fine. I'll make sure it'll work. And if we need to move terrain around, we're terraforming. That's how this game works. Also, you can keep more rice in a pocket than what? Wait, what? I'd love to go to a haunted house, keep rice in your pocket, and throw it about when no one is looking. Okay, chaotic evil. Calm down over there, Satan. side conversation. I feel like half of what I read is like people in chat talking to each other. Which I kind of love. I do love the idea that people are in here just chatting, hanging out, having a good time, and then they're also just kind of doing their own thing. They're having their own conversations, like community members coming together and creating little like communities within it. Like that's part of why I love streaming so much. Okay, so we're gonna bring this as like a big grassy hill coming up here. And then I'm gonna start inching it going upwards. And we'll have the same way we did like the rocks there as like a cliff along it. That's okay. And then I want to actually take it down, I think. Double dirt? I'm not placing dirt. Stop yelling at me. If I remember correctly, the way I did all the texturing on this was I came back in with like world edit and was like, here's where the shadows will lie and all that. And then, so I might do that again. I don't know. I kind of want to just like wing it because it might save time. I remember it was chaotic trying to get all the texturing in. Yeah, I like that. I think that'll be good. And then we can have some rocks, and then like this will be a big rock in here kind of going up for it. So I'm thinking that dirt, I've always kind of envisioned that being like the highest point and then it drops down, but maybe we bring that like another 2 points up. So we have like this. No, that's not high enough. Because I do like the idea of like a mountaintop prairie. That could be pretty fun. Think of all... Oh. Okay, maybe it is a little too high. Think of all the wildflowers we can have up here. That'll work. That'll do. That'll do, pig. 50 more likes to 1,000? Thanks for calling it out, Logan. Yeah, because that'll work, and then we can kind of send it over this way. And then I think, ooh, it's kind of steep. It's a little bit of a steep one. The back is always so much more difficult than the front. So I'm always like, I'm always double thinking how things are going to end up. Because if this goes to here, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, that could work. And then we can do like another little tiny bit of grass here. Because the thing is, I don't want to just like have like big flat faces. I want all the terrain to blend into each other. And that's the difficult part with terraforming, is getting it all to like blend properly and not just feel like here is the rock face, here is the dirt area. Like getting it all to actually work together is not the easiest. That's what takes the most trial and error, I think, is just trying to figure out how all of this stuff is gonna blend in together. Because if we have this cutting across here a touch, that can break up that on this side, and then that would bring you up like a show. Every side of a mountain is a front. You're a front. And then we can do like a little like this, and then this can also. Well, okay, but what I'm saying is I built the front. I built that side of it with like very intentional on where everything was placed in, and very intentional on where the sight lines line up and everything like that. And now I'm having to figure out how to continue and keep the sight lines that I really loved on the front there. And then how do I also translate those here onto the back is what I'm trying to say. Oh, that's... We hit 1,000 likes. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you for taking the 2 seconds to like the stream. It is very greatly appreciated. Okay, there we go. Now the likes shall be the same as the viewers. We're close. We're close. We're getting close to 100% likers. What happened here? Wolfie, what did you do? I can't protect you if you're disturbing the llamas. All right, we gotta take a look at it. Can't figure out how to build the leaves on a giant tree I'm putting in the center of my base. Do you have any tips? Cry again. Gather 5 times as many leaves as you think you need, and then just start spamming them around. If it's a giant tree to that scale, just in the end, you can only put so much shape work into it. It's just gonna be its own thing. Okay. I like where that's going because that still gives this a big presence of like its own massive rock, and then the rest is kind of hidden back there, and actually catches that little like point there well. That's good. How do we get from over here? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, perfect. Perfect. That'll do its thing. Plan to build a European style Victorian city. Maybe you have some tips. If you're trying to make it look like an established city, like the city went through like many planning phases, get like the roads lined out and everything in there first, and then start to think about how you're gonna like fill in the houses and whatnot. Because Victorian cities are one of the first, I feel like, that started to have a lot more like structure on how they're laid out and everything, so you can kind of bring that into a bit of how you're designing things. That's what I would say. Small Plant, thanks so much for the 4 months at tier 2. It's been a while since I got a stream. I was so focused on graduating. I'm finally done with high school and now can get back to watching my favorite YouTubers like you again. Hey, congratulations and thank you so very much. Welcome on back. Lovely to have you. I forgot that this... Oh, we're way too tall up here now. I forgot how much light gray wool I used in this and how I've still... I'm fine. I still have yet to financially recover from how much light gray wool I used. I'm never going to financially recover from this. I need more sheepies. I cannot financially recover with my current sheep count. We're gonna have this be its own little like little bumpy bump right here. Actually, that won't make too much sense because this needs to probably that and there and then like this. Yeah, that'll work. I know it's going to be kind of weird, but then we can have this kind of merging and closing these gaps in, and then that can kind of transfer from that point, if any of this makes sense that I'm saying, that we have this arching out, the curve goes out, and this curve goes out here too, but there's a little in section. We can use that as like a transitioning point by wrapping this around. And then on the back, on the other front, I refer to as the back, but you all say it's also another front. But to me, it's the back. So we can turn this all into extra dirt. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna just do that as is, and then this can kind of start wrapping itself back in. That'll do. Doing what green could not. Takes a true builder to finish the back of the base. Let me know if you ever find one, because who knows. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. That'll work. What is the front if not the back facing you? I see what you're saying. And I say no, it is the front. What are we working on? Back of the mountain. Oh, right. I wanted this right here. Honestly, I should probably finish the stonework first. Of that, and then this is going to come back in a little bit more. Pretty sure we can call Legolius a true builder. He built mountains by hand fully on the supporter server. Yeah, true. The supporter server just loves to show me up. I know. Okay. That'll do. That'll do it. And then ow. And then ow. And then more ow. And then also ow. So that's gonna come up to probably here. Sure. Here, sure. Here, sure. I don't want that to match the stone, so we'll bring that stone up one more. Actually, maybe bring the stone down, because then we get a little bit of like the, no, then we'll do this, because I don't like that straight line in there, and then we can do it. Haha. No, we need to do it. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, I finally got an, oh, that is stair stepping all the way up to heaven. I finally got a new keyboard. I'm not using it yet, but I did get a new one. A lot of people have sent me recommendations, so I really, really do appreciate it. I decided to buy one of the Keychron keyboards, and it was still a little too clicky. It was showing up a little too much on the audio meter when I was doing it. I'm kind of okay with a teeny tiny little... No, that's not where you're supposed to go. I'm okay with like a tiny bit of clicking when I'm recording and things like that. Like, I don't think it's terrible because it kind of shows like a lot of action or whatever's happening. But I finally got one. I'll show you all in a sec. Let me finish off this little section. Do you know Danish? No, I only speak English. Clicky keyboards are so annoying. I don't really mind them, but I also understand why people would be annoyed by them. I also love mechanical keyboards. Like a mechanical keyboard, typing on it, everybody else is like, oh my god, I hate how much clicking you're creating. And then you're over there like, da, 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 da. Every click is so nice. So I will always be on the mechanical keyboard team if I can. I just think they're so much better. And there's switches you can get that are pretty quiet. And then Catherine told me about these things called O-rings that you can get, that if you have a mechanical keyboard where you can take off the keycaps easily, which you can do with the one that I got, thankfully. You can just like slide them on underneath and they help reduce like the amount of echoing and things happening. So I got that, and unfortunately the box of O-rings I got were not enough. So I am waiting on it. I got another box that's supposed to get here today. So I think after stream, I'll be able to finish my keyboard. And a rubber mat in the case is music from yours. I haven't looked into like the rubber mat for the case yet. Maybe I'll have to do that. It's weird though because like the key, the key when I'm like pressing it down is not loud. It's when the key comes back up and it's like clicking back to being at like its highest point. That's when the keycap gets like too loud right now. Okay, fine. I will destroy you too. Anybody else want some? Do you want some? No, okay. He says I can sleep. And some heathens use mice without a mouse mount. Jimmy finally learned. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know what I want to do back here at all yet. Maybe we work in with the slopes of the landscape and kind of build those into place a little bit better. But I don't know. Here, I'll show you all the new keyboard. It's still in the box because I'm working on it, but like, so I'm working on taking off all the caps and putting these little rings on the base of them. But like, I don't know if that you can hear that at all. Does that come through the microphone? Let's see. Not really. So like that doesn't, kind of a little bit, and that's like right next to it. Then these ones over here I haven't changed with the O-rings yet, and they're like so much louder. So I don't know. I'm getting there. I like the keyboard though. I think it's pretty cool. So we're gonna get that set up and hopefully have that soon because my current keyboard is dying. Is that Keychron? It is, yeah. One of my buddies told me about it, and then a lot of people, when I asked for keyboard recommendations, were like, ooh, wow. So many other people were like, you should check out a Keychron. And I was like, oh, okay. So we got that. I'm excited for it. I like the keyboard as is. It's just a little too loud and it picks up on the mic. I'm okay with like a tiny little bit of clicking in the background if I'm like really just like, like I gotta like mash spacebar, get out of here. Like I'm okay with that coming through because I think it also adds to the footage of making it more realistic. But yeah, playing it by ear right now. We'll see how it goes. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I like that. We need to figure out how these are gonna go. This is the part I'm a little confused on. There's now 100% viewer likies. That means people left the stream. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's totally fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. Completely 100% fine. I think we're gonna bring this up. Like, that's fully closed there. And I'm thinking that the dirt can just kind of ride its way up here. And then we have like a weird little extra point sticking out. I think could be kind of fun. So we do something here-ish. Not like a full pride rock like we have down there, but a little bit of a rock. Where this will... I think eventually we could have the dirt just merge back into this terrain, because that's less I need to work with. So I'll save myself the few minutes here and there. Yeah, so we can do something like that there. And then we can also do... We can do a little tiny strip of rock here. That's literally just going to be like a boop, 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 boop. And then we can have this come back down even further. And then this can just... Yeah, that'll work. I like it. I like it. And then that can come out to here. Yeah, and then that'll all just fill in. Probably, honestly, another little rock right up here could be kind of nice. I'm just trying to find ways that we can break up the terrain so it's not just massive green, massive whatever. Like, I want to find ways that we can add a little bit more to it, you know? We can kind of start moving it back downwards here. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Bit of a straight line in there, but that's okay. Just giving me season 1 PTSD? Nah, we're fine. We are actually holding a totem this time. It's who knew? Who knew? The way to like not die to a random creeper in hardcore? Pull the totem. Wow. Now, season 1 of this was what? I was pretty fresh into the full-time YouTube gig, and I was still not... I was, like... I just remember being, like, so tired all the time during that. Okay, then below this, we can have the... This can all just be dirt throughout there. That'll work. And then since I had that distraction there, let's come back over here and be distracted on this side. That's going to be way too long. We'll bring it down to like here. Actually, what if instead here, we still have the grass on the top, but we do like a small, tiny little rock face, so it kind of bumps it up a bit further. Just like this. And then we have like a bigger rock on the other side. So we kind of come up to here. Break all of that. And we do a bit of a plot of dirt and grass and things up here. That just, I don't know, creates a little bit more interest. And then this can kind of, instead of being a full circle, we can, now that we have this, we can push it out this way a touch. And then can I get another placement down below? I can. Hey. Love it. And we can give it a little bit more of like an angular point, because I feel like that's been pretty consistent on the shaping here, is a lot of harsh angles. The king under the mountain doesn't need torches. I mean, that's a future problem. We'll get there eventually. Probably when it's a little too late, but you know. Yeah, I mean, my eventual goal is... Yeah. Jeez, that was not my best flight. Yeah, that'll be kind of cool, popping up there, and then we'll have, like... I think most of this face is just going to be big rocks like we have on the front. So... Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm thinking we can get, like, here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll do, like, a little... That. Future fWhip problems. Yeah. That's always the goal. Also, I don't know why the notification never came through. We're so far behind on notifications. What the heck, YouTube? Where did they stop? MLCS Racing Network, thank you so much for the 5 months. I really do appreciate it. We took a look at the snapshot, just the patch notes earlier. Their new tough blocks look really, really cool. Bio Shark, thank you so much for becoming a member. Profi Sloth with the 21 months. I caught that one. PJ, thank you so much for the 9 months again. I caught that one. Small Plant, we got you. Thank you again for the 4 months. Aragonium with the 3 months. Thank you so much. Had birthday on Sunday. Currently in Denmark and walked a lot today. Stream is super relaxing after, but keep being awesome. Hey, happy birthday, my friend. Thank you so much. If you're still in here, I do appreciate it. And Ozander, thanks so much for the 4 months. Thoughts about tough blocks. I saw on Germs Who I streamed that they work great as city roads with texturing with tough. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be using them all over the place in the city. YouTube be YouTubing. Yeah, I'm really excited to use them as city roads and also for roofs. I think they're a really, really good roof block. Because sometimes deep slate's a little too dark and sometimes cobblestone's a little too light. So this is a good like in-betweener for what I would love to see in those. So that for me is very fun. I'm very, very excited about the new tough blocks. I don't know if I'm more excited about the tough blocks or the copper grate. And that's saying something because I'm really excited for the copper grate. Like, I am very excited for the copper grate. I think that's going to be one of my new favorite blocks. Depending on, I guess it's stone cuttered right now for the crafting recipe, so. Chiseled Tufts top texture looks amazing. I don't think I've seen that one yet. I haven't noticed it at least. Just got you how much terraforming has been done. We're just working on like general spacing today for where things might go. So we're playing around with things. We're playing around with shapes today. Trying to make sure the square fits in the square hole and the circle fits in the circle hole and the triangle in the triangle hole, that type of stuff, you know? Noxious Rex, thank you so much for the dono. I don't know why things aren't reading out, so I do apologize for that. You should add podzol and coarse dirt under and by the rocks to show shadows. Yeah, we're using a lot of shadowing on the rocks themselves already. And then we're adding moss in for little highlights on the greens, but maybe we can look and do something like that. More what I was doing before was... My bed's over there. Less grass and things along the base of the rocks, so it kind of shows that not much life is growing there. But we can look into doing some more stuff too. You put some trees on the mountains? Yeah, we have some trees over here. The difficult part of doing that is we really have to make sure the scale of the trees fits with the mountain, because these trees here, if they're up at the top of the mountain, they're going to make the mountain look tiny. So we really got to spend a lot of time getting the scale right. Otherwise, your Minecraft build is just going to look small. So like the tree here, like that's already a pretty tall tree. And that thing is like, it makes the mountain not look massive when I want the mountains to feel really big. Maybe that's just a really big tree, but when we have the same size tree down here, it makes you think, your brain think of that and that are same size. And if that's that tall, that's that the same height, then the mountain's only like 4 of those. So it's really not that big. So you got to really scale the trees correctly. So I tend to do the trees at the very end. Like trees and the grass and everything are my last steps I do. What do you think? Why do I think of the video where the person says every shape goes in the square hole? I love those ones where they pick up the circle and they just like put it in the square and pick up the triangle, turn it, put it in the square. Those are pretty funny. Those are very entertaining. One sec. Let me... Who's pinging me in general chat in the Discord right now? Don't you know that's how you get banned? Sorry, looking at a few Discord messages real quick. Okay. Let's do it. I didn't do it. It wasn't me, I swear. Actually, this we can bring down. Goodbye, cows. Oh, there's only one cow. The other's a horse. Sorry, horse. You're wearing your cow coat today. Miss May, thank you so much for the 9 months. Another step closer to the large stream. Been a fantastic 9 months of membership. I'm enjoying the stream, but also have a headache, which is something. Oh, I apologize for that. Hopefully it goes away soon. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Mountain absorbs the base camp. I know it's that time. Okay, if anybody wants a terraforming tip and a general rule that I always follow, and it seems to do me pretty well, is anytime you have these things stepping up, 3 is okay. 4, bad. 4, very bad. Always add a little bump up there. Now you know. Now you'll never make the mistake. You can also add a little rock like that. What do you do with the horses and piggies underneath the mountain? No, 5 bad. 5 bad. 5 bad. 4 or more bad. We will try and give them an out so that they follow with us. But if they want to live under the mountain and be the animals of the mountain, what am I going to do to stop them? They chose their life. Eventually more horses will escape the pen and they'll work their way up here. It's a circle of life. There's always going to be animals on the mountain. There we go. Yeah, let's just finish texturing up this little space. Or not texturing, but filling in the grass. Can you show your starter house? It is... Oh, I need to put a stack of this back. And grab you, because I don't want to leave you behind. It's spooky. It's spooky. So spooky. My starter house is... Can we see it from here? I think we can. Maybe we can see it from here. I don't know. Probably not. It's all the way up there. Right there. That's my starter house. Look at it over there. That's my tree. That's my big tree. That's my airship. Well, not mine. That's the Star Trader's airship. Don't worry, I've been drinking some water. Good on you. This is looking pretty good. I like it. I like how the dirt, like I was saying earlier, we don't want just like stone. I mean, that's okay because we have so much texturing in it. But I think I'm going to leave that as like the very drastic texturing, and things down here are going to be a little simplified. So the way we can go more simple is if we add in all of the grass and everything to break it up. Sorry, horses. I'm actually completely out of torches too, so I don't even have the ability to light it up for them right now. I need to make some more torches. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Sleep well. Since we're here, let's just fill in this gap. There's no correct route to be working on the mountain, so we're just gonna whatever speaks to us today is the proper place to be working. And that's how we're gonna do it. Yeah. Is that the same height? No, it's one higher. Perfect. I just believe it, as the great SpongeBob once said, you have to let the stone speak to you. Maybe that was Squidward. It's been a while since I've seen a creator build the back of a mountain. I know, world first. They might despawn if he leaves. Not the horse though. They've been bred into the at the racetrack. I don't. Yeah, no, none of passive animals don't really despawn. In general, they just don't. Let's go make some torches. I think I can. Let's. I'm just gonna do that. We definitely need some torches, though. I've been out for too long. Let's grab a half stack of sticks. And we got, no, I don't need to craft torches because I made a bunch a while back. Ha ha. We'll put the sticks in there for future torches. And I think, yeah, my backup torch stack goes there. My shulker boxes are such a mess right now. It's like, it's really, really bad. Well, yeah, we'll bring both these with us. 57 small drip leaf, though. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see it load in. What do we got now? Ooh, I like that. So what we've added so far here is that kind of bumps out a little bit further, and then that goes back. We definitely want to expand a little bit further with like a shadowed section along there, I think. So that's got to come out. But it's good. It is good so far. This section's a little wonk, but yeah, we'll leave it. It's okay. It's two different sections merging together. Chris, thank you so much for the dono. Do you have any pointers for building with terracotta and concrete? I can't do anything with either that I'm happy with. Concrete, I tend to avoid unless I'm using powdered concrete, just because it has a little bit more texturing to it. They favor really well doing like large scale modernized builds. But outside of that, I just don't really find a great use for them because they are very rigid in like their use cases, especially concretes because they're so vibrant. Terracottas, though, I think can work pretty well if you're using them as like a back accent block. So think of it as like a wallpaper, or that's a lot of where I use them. I tend to not have them being like the forefront block, but I tend to bring them in like to work on the background of something to make that a little bit more full or whatever you might want to do, or just like a different color in there. They're kind of like a supporting accent color is how I tend to use terracotta. How can I get your texture pack? It's available to members. Chicken? No chicken. Chicken? No chicken. If I hit the chicken, we would have got a chicken. And then this can kind of come along here. Yeah, that'll work. And we just fill in the rest of this with our dirt. Grass. Oh, I hear a zombie villager down there. I didn't like how all three of those lined up exactly there, so I wanted to move it. Anytime I see a repeating shape or a repeating pattern, I'm like, I have to. I have to change it. I cannot. It cannot be repeating. If it repeats over the course of like a long section to where you can't really tell it's repeating, that's fine. That's a-okay. But we get something like that, bam, 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 bam. Nope. Well, I guess a lot of this is going to be filled in anyways to like... Yeah, that'll work. I can go to there. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. You think you'll ever finish these mountains? I'm hoping that we can put the next few streams in for like dedicating time to working on them, so that we can get something done. Episode 50 will hopefully be out in like 2 weeks, and that's world download time. And ideally, I'd love to have the framing done, at least for all of them. Casting everything in and stone and whatnot, I don't think will happen. but I can hope on getting the framing done. It's like this is. Now we're flying. Like, we definitely need to merge it more and have some more disruption down here. But it's also not the worst thing just working into the grass. Like, into the grass there is fine. There, I'm not hating it. But what I think we can do to add on top of it and to make it a little bit more of this full custom environment and like really blend it into that is bringing in a few of these big rock boulders. Get some of these big old nice boulders back there. A few at the base, a few halfway up, and then we can incorporate some of like these more cliffy looking ones. Like, that'll be pretty good. I don't think we'll have any rivers coming down the back because I don't know. I like them all coming down on this front face, but. Have you ever considered using the new large pots as like a wall or pillar in a build? I feel like it looks so cool. It does look pretty good, but they don't render in from super far away. So if you're using them, eventually they will, like, if you get far enough away and you're using on an exterior, they're just not going to be there. Okay, so we don't really have a way to expand that and bring that out because we kind of capped that. Unless, because I didn't texture this because I wasn't happy with it, I remember. But we could bring ourselves out here. What if we did like an out to here and just do like a big old ring? I don't want to bring it too far out, so maybe like to there. And then make it a little rigid coming back in. Yeah, this song is a little Christmassy. I know. That can be fine. And then we can add some little grass and we can move it around. Do we like that? I feel like it kind of messes up this side. But it definitely needs something. Like it's a little too like thin up here. Maybe I made the circle too big. In thinking mode, one moment. Because we could bring that back down and then it'd come out there. Nah, I'm gonna take it down. I don't like it. We'll leave the top as is for now. If it's a little wonky, this thing was always meant to be pretty out there on the shape. Like, I really wanted to be very extreme on the shapes I was creating, just to have some fun and try something new. So we don't need to fully like redo or undo things I'd done prior. Yeah, the new blocks that are coming out do look pretty cool. I'm excited for them. The new tuff is definitely a favorite. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But what we could do... No, let's figure out where these lines are going to go. Because I had them there originally off of like this guy. But I don't think that's like the right way to do it. I think the right way is going off of the main point. Or maybe we do two. And we have this coming here. And that goes more this direction. There, and like comes down here-ish. Like out to here. Like, we're gonna make these mountains a lot bigger apparently. But we could do that, and that would, I think that could work. And then this guy in here, I could pick up all the stone I'd let fall down. A little pickup job real quick. And we could have this guy, because that's kind of going that way. This one can come out to here. Definitely farther. And then we have like a V-shaped valley coming out of it, going off there. And then this will then move over this way. I think I'd mentioned earlier, but like ending it right down to there, like that could be pretty cool. And having this be the endpoint here or something like that. Because then we can kind of build into that like little hill side there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That could be pretty good. So we'll get this line in here. I want to get these. I want to focus on the height lines for now. What's up, Blocky? How you doing? Welcome on in, dude. Before people freak out that I've lost half a heart, we can eat. That could be good, because we're going to probably wrap that cliff face around there and bring some, like, dirt coming up, and that dirt can come up to... Let's go like this. Let's go to here, and that can connect in like there. So we'll just kind of remove that little tiny lower bit. And then at the same time, this dirt can... continue to there-ish. And then... I don't know. That'll do. Yeah, why not? Then you can just, honestly, probably just be capped off here. Yeah, okay. If any of this makes sense to anybody, because it's barely making sense to me, hopefully you're... I'm just placing some blocks in. We're going to figure it out as it goes. You'd be surprised, May. There's a lot of people that leave comments when I'm just like walking around talking about a build and I have like 2 hearts gone. They're like, please remember to eat food. I don't want the series to end. I'm like, we're fine. We're fine. If I die because I had 2 hearts gone already, like that's probably means I was going to die no matter what. Like, are the pups? They're good. Can I hear you? No, I can't. I can read what you're saying though. Very different. Puppos are good. Coda's a little big mad right now, but that's okay. He's just being he's been a butthead recently. So he's a little... Now that it's raining, he doesn't like when we have to like wipe his paws or anything. And so, but we're gonna wipe their paws before they come inside because otherwise they just get wet dog paws everywhere around the house. So now he like throws tantrums when he's outside. He's like, I don't want you to wipe my paws when we're like, come inside. So you have to like catch him when he's coming inside. Otherwise he turns into a little bit of a butthead. And you have to like chase him around and catch him. And he's like yelling at you the whole time. He's like, you're hurting me. And I'm like, no, I'm just trying to actually get water off of your feet, but that's fine. Okay, so that's going to work from there. That'll get us down to here. And then I don't know how that's going to get us up there, but we'll figure it out. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe that needs to come out this way a little bit more. He's probably ticklish on his paws. Not so much. He just doesn't like to be... He's never really liked being touched. Like, he's very much like a... If he wants you to pet him, he'll come up to you and ask for pets. But outside of that, he doesn't like being touched. I think he just has really sensitive skin. So, and that's kind of turned into for everything. Will you have a new hardcore series when you die? What color is it gonna be? Huskies are very dramatic from what I've seen. Yeah. Yep. And they're both talkers too, so they're just extra. They're very extra. I love them. They're such good dogs. Like they can be little buttheads from time to time, but I kind of prefer that. I like dogs that have big personalities to them. That they're fun. Sometimes they're annoying. Most of the time they're fun. You start a new series once you die in this world? That'd be the goal, yeah. I think unlike last time where I died and just like started again right away, I think on this one I'd probably take like a few weeks off and then go for it. Okay, that will probably do for the line on that ridge. We can't see it from here. Yeah, so you can see we're going to bring it down there. It's going to come through here, and then it'll probably have like a smoother slope there. Probably a bit more cliffy there going out, and then we can kind of weave down and down and down and down and down. I think that'll work. Are you a rugby fan? I don't know too much about the sport. I've never played, and they don't really have too much in the US. But it looks cool. I mean, it looks really intense. Not something that I would ever play. I do not have the body for that anymore. Too many injuries already to pick up a full contact sport. I have 2 corgis. They're very loud. Yeah, I had corgis growing up. They're noisy dogs. Our neighbor down the street got a corgi puppy like start of the summer, and you can always hear when he wakes up. You can hear every single time when the little guy wakes up. He's really freaking cute. But yeah, you always know when he's up, and when he wants to go outside, he'll tell you. Your entrance to New Papyrus looks like the Colossus of Rhodes, the ancient wonder of the world. Yeah, I tried going a little themed off of that. If I wanted the big open archway and like ships being able to just like sail between some points, I think it worked out pretty well. Sounds like my Chihuahuas, dude. Yeah. My wife's parents have 2 Chihuahuas, and I don't think I'll ever own a Chihuahua in my life. I'm just not a small dog person to begin with. Like, I like the corgis growing up because they have like big dog energy, but they're just compact. They weren't like my favorite dog, but like they were fine. Would I get a corgi again? Probably not. But then now also Chihuahuas are very much on like the, yeah, I don't ever want a Chihuahua. Hey, Wunba, how you doing? Going good over here. Welcome on in, dude. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How much longer are you planning on streaming? We'll probably go, what have we been going? Almost 2 hours? We'll go for another little bit. I got a good amount of stuff I need to wrap up today, and I gotta go to the grocery store and get stuff for dinner tonight, and I have no idea what to make for dinner tonight. I have absolutely no idea. So I'm hoping inspiration strikes when I get to the grocery store. We're definitely going to need to extend further down here. That's fine. You work at a pet resort? Ooh, fun. Fun, 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 fun. Okay, I think that will work. Let's go to the top and we can kind of see. For those jumping in now, we're working on just expanding the mountain range today and getting some general lines in for where we want it to go. So that going down there, that'll create that cool ridge line. Then we have a bit of a valley section in here. These are pretty close together, so that's going to be pretty drastic, or maybe we'll have a lot of it being taller. But then that ridge line goes there, and then we got a final one going over to there, which I like that we stretch it that way and we stretch the mountain this way. Like, that seems to me to be the most natural way that it's going to go, and just like the main line, and then it has a little bit going outside because we don't want it to just be flat. But this will work. We are very low on rockets now. Okay, I probably need to make some more. I think I ran out of gunpowder last time, right? I think, if I remember correctly. I've been AFKing a little bit at the gas farm while waiting for other things to work. So maybe we have enough now. But I like this. This is fun throughout here. I like this big grassy area. We can do something really fun with that. Cass, have a good one. And then we're gonna do it. We're gonna finally hide this disgusting farm. It's gonna happen, I promise. Let's work on, I guess we can work on this section for a little bit. Because I want this to come out here. Because we want to give ourselves as much space to work with as possible. So that we're not collapsing in on the farm. Because all the stone back to there does get blown up. But nothing beyond that has ever been blown up. And I think stone, most of the blocks we're using, there's some concrete powder and wool in it, but those should be far enough away that we don't have to be worried about them triggering and being blown up because they have a weaker blast resistance than the stones and things, so it should be okay. We can have the dirt kind of coming up here, I guess. Bring ourselves out a bit further. Having seen your world looking really nice. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I just didn't you just hit 10,000 days or something? I thought I saw that. We're at day 5,300 over here. Going strong. Yeah, it's getting there. Yeah, so we'll bring up to here and we can kind of figure out how that is going to connect. Something like this, probably. 12,800. Oof. Oof. Yeah, I'm what, 2 years in now, and I'm now at this? Yeah. I'm almost 2 years into the world, and just getting, I think probably by the 2-year mark, we'll be close to day 6,000. I don't know. I feel like this weird pride in keeping the day count as small as I possibly can, but then also this weird obligation of being like, Minecraft YouTube loves to know that you've just survived an absurd amount of days. Like it's so like I would love to be like, yeah, look at all this stuff I built in this few number of days. Like, wow, isn't that cool? So that's kind of what I push for. I guess that goes along with the. I think the second you had like a lot of AFK time into a world like day counts get super inflated, which it really sets like the perspective off so much for how much work people can do in a certain amount of days. When it's very easy for somebody to be like, yeah, I did all this in blah 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 number of days, and you're like, okay, but how many of it? Like, you played for 10,000 days? Oh, you AFK'd for 600 days at a creeper farm. Got it. That's not throwing shade at anybody, by the way. That is just a made-up scenario in my head. Two different styles of playing the game, I guess. Like, you want to get more done in less time? Yeah. You don't sleep for that reason? I can't. Yeah, I'm too bad at this game. If I didn't sleep in it, I would be dead. I'm only alive in hardcore because I know how to pick my battles. I still like Lynxy, or not Lynxy. Lynxy also doesn't really sleep much. Looney though, Looney like just has a rule of never sleeping in his world. And I'm like, that is, nah, I could never. Phantoms drive you insane. Yeah. How many? I gotta see. How many phantoms have we killed in this world? I've only killed 19 phantoms. I'm on day 5,000 and I've killed 19 phantoms. I've killed more piglin brutes than phantoms. I've killed more wandering trader llamas than I've killed phantoms, and I don't kill them that often. It's only if they're on something I'm trying to take a screenshot. Ooh, exactly 9,000 wither skeletons. That was not planned. That is just a thing. Wow, yeah, there we go. Ignore the Olay kill. I don't want to talk about it. Maybe this we can bring back. We can kind of start. I know we're like right above the TNT stuff, but like it doesn't explode here, so we can build into its space a little bit. We just need to avoid that blob. That blob is a very important blob that we cannot get close to. I'm trying to think of how we can just establish a little bit more shape in here. Because right now it looks okay, but not fantastic. Looney not using F3 is crazy. Yeah, that dude just sets like so many absurd rules for himself, which like if that's how you enjoy playing the game, do it. Like that's awesome. Go for it. Love that for him. But also, you'll never catch me doing that. Like the people who do like half heart hardcore or like ultra hardcore where your hearts don't regen, like no, that's not my way of playing Minecraft. Like go for it if you want to, but like I get so many people being like, I'd love to see you play a half-hearted hardcore series and see how well you could do. I'm like, I would hate that. Like I wouldn't want to leave my house. You see how half hearts of damage that we take just by building this? I'd be dead. I couldn't play the game how I want to play the game if I did those things. Oh, I kind of like this. Maybe we keep extending this coming out this way a little further. Yeah, I'm here for it. We'll do kind of like a boom boom. We're creating like a little point out here. I got very concerned when I saw the zombies down there. I was like, is it nighttime already? You killed a cat? No, maybe it got in the way. Actually, I couldn't tell you what that's from. Literally no memory of that happening. I mean, it's fine. It was only a cat. At least it wasn't a dog. I think that was when I had the misunderstanding of the achievement for killing all the hostile mobs. I thought was killing all of the mobs. So I went around killing one of everything. And then I killed the last hostile mob and I realized the error of my ways. In the fact that I still had a few passive mobs left to kill and I got the advancement. And I was like, oh. My bad. Good thing that wasn't published on the internet or anything. Whoop, wait. Have you killed a warden yet? No, I haven't. Never bothered. Again, that type of thing, like, unless they give some reward for killing a warden that is worthwhile, probably never going to do it. I don't want to lose my world to doing something like that. I would rather have a world that is just so full of life and so many builds happening and just fun things all over the place of creations you can look at than having like a little trophy room. Like, no, you can have a trophy room all you want. Like, that's fantastic. But like the way I play this game, the way I enjoy Minecraft is I like building worlds. Like, it's fun every once in a while to do like, I'm going to do a redstone farm today and we're going to work on that. And that's going to be the video and cool. And then 180 days pass by and you're still building the redstone farm and not foreshadowing anything at all. But yeah, watch tomorrow's video. Thanks. When's your SMP episode? I'm not really doing any SMPs right now. New Life is very dead, so I'm no longer uploading on there. It was fun, but I've talked about it a bunch. I don't need to keep at it, but yeah, New Life was super fun. It was great, and then all of a sudden it was not great. and I realized how much it was like burning me out from playing Minecraft, and it really just made me not enjoy the game for a while. So realized I needed to stop. No fault to anybody on the series who is active on there, but I've realized that for me, if I'm playing an SMP series and I'm the only one online, like I really don't enjoy that. But then also my favorite way to play Minecraft is a single player world, so who knows? I think it's like the expectation of if I'm on a server, like I'm expecting other people to be online and other creators to work with, because I don't want to do the same thing I do in single player. Like I need that difference, otherwise why am I doing 2 single player series? So yeah, I feel like we need to have more buildings here along the horse race track. Like we need to get some more like love out here in this region. But look at that, we're hiding the part of the farm. What would you like the warden to drop to make it worth it? I have absolutely no idea. It needs to be something like interesting. Like what happened to... Oh no, chests are not there. I was like, aren't there a bunch of chests there? No, they're right there and on the other far side. Oh, a lead. I think the warden, like, it's got a cool design for itself, and I really don't know what it would drop. Maybe something that like makes a beacon range larger, like that would be worth it, because I don't like spamming beacons around my world. I use them only if it's an active decoration. I think the only decorative beacon I have, not ones that are there to be able to run farms so I can AFK at them, is that. Like that is the only decorative beacon I have, because that beam is going up. So if we had a way to like enhance that beacon to like 4x the range on it or something like that, because right now, like, to get the beacon buff, look how close we have to be. It's only a 50 block, like 50 blocks out in any direction, and I mean, and then a circle from there. So it's really not that big, but if there was a way that we could get those buffs farther away, that would be cool. And then I would build more things in the world that incorporated beacons so that we could use them. I think that could be like a really good thing. I hope they add that eventually. I don't think they will. I don't know why Mojang actively does not really want to work on beacons and expanding them and things like that, but it seems very consistent that they're like, no, beacons work good as is. Maybe it's because they'd be too overpowered, but also, like, it's a sandbox game. I think balance in a sandbox game really does not need to exist. Leave that up to people making PvP minigames. They have the ability to balance things. And if you're on a server that has full open world PvP and it's like encouraged, like anarchy servers and things like that, then that's up to the server to determine that if everybody's OP and everybody is super overpowered and everything, then is anybody overpowered? Because you all are. I mean, look at netherite PvP right now. People be fighting for hours to kill somebody who has full... If you have full netherite and you have like golden apples and things, and you have... Like, it's pretty hard to kill somebody. You gotta be attacking them forever. A warden head would be cool as a special block that prevents warden spawning within 10 to 20 blocks. But in reality, 10 to 20 blocks, tiny. 10 to 20 blocks is so small. Like, figuratively, like if you're like, yeah, that's a cool one, but then go into your Minecraft world and like measure out a 10 block circle. And then measure out a 20 block circle. And that, for like, you'd have to spam so many of those in the deep dark for that to actually be something that you could use. Okay, so we're gonna bring this out a little bit further, because we need to get a little bit farther away from the machine. You saying, oh hey, it's the angry lettuce has been stuck. Dude, I thought they were gonna cut that 100%. I almost told Marcos when he was editing it, I was like, I don't think they're gonna like me calling their mob the angry lettuce, so we should probably cut this. And then I almost told him that. I was like, nah, they're gonna edit through the footage too, they'll cut it if they want to. And then I made sure to have like other moments of being talking about it, not as the angry lettuce. I was like, oh, that's the name of it. And then the only one they leave in is me calling a mob an angry lettuce. Oh, Mojang, why you gotta do me like that? Before we do this, because I know this is going to spawn mobs. I know it's a farm that I don't need to be here for, but I do still tend to just come down here and AFK if I need it. Just so the farm stays loaded and the TNT doesn't explode up top. To be fair, angry lettuce also the clip I put in. Yeah, but when they're doing it for like their professional, like once in a year show talking about Minecraft and getting the hype there for it, I was like, oh, they did it. I was like, professionalism wise, probably not the best. If this was anything but other than a gaming community, I feel like whatever lead of a project would have been mad that I called one of their things an angry lettuce. But, you know, who knows? But it also didn't get voted for, so... Okay, so this needs to be pretty flat, unfortunately, or we bring it out. Which app do you use to edit videos? Adobe Premiere, mostly. Premiere is really just, like, the best full house suite. Like, the Adobe suite is just really good. There's other ones, but, like, that you can use, but, I mean, that's the one that's done the best for me so far. Seems to be failing. Angry Carrot, it's okay. You'll get your time to shine in the mob vote one day. Okay. Marcos is the best editing software. True. It's true. He's still wrapping up tomorrow's video, so hopefully we're done on time. I was definitely late on getting him the footage because, oh man, full honesty, the video coming out tomorrow, I was like, oh, I'm gonna spend like half the video building up this farm to get a new farm ready to go so that I can have it, and that'll be great. And then we'll spend the other half of the video just like starting the bits and bobs of what I want to do in episode 50 so that I could like wrap up a few projects before world download is out, because I like to polish things off a little bit before I provide it to everybody. And I was like, okay, yeah, fine, we'll do this. And so I like mentally allocated, I think, 2 days of work time. So like, would that be like 14 hours of like full Minecrafting if I'm like really going hard on it? And it took me 6 days. So the new video coming out tomorrow is a redstone farm that took almost as long as digging the entire nether perimeter and building the wither skeleton farm, is what I've come to the realization of after the fact. And I just don't know how to process that quite yet. I just have not figured out how to process that information. So we're just kind of vibing along for now. But I can say it works really, really well. And I already know I'm gonna get so many comments of being like, why didn't you build ENX04s? It's a million times better. And I'm like, I didn't want to. Everybody builds ENX04s. And you're right, it is the best and it is the simplest, but I didn't want to do it. Those projects get big quick for sure. Yeah. It was one, I found this person who, I'd give him a shout out in the video, so you can see what it is when that gets here, who made a concept video for a farm and did like the loosest of loosest tutorials on how to make the thing. And then I was like, wow, I want to build that one. That looks fun. Yeah, that's all I got to say about it. That was my whole decision process. And then, yeah, I think I made it like twice, maybe 3 times as big as the dude's tutorial concept video made it, completely by accident, just because I got carried away in the early stages. And I was like, I think this isn't big enough. I don't know. We'll find out. And it was big enough. Yeah, ENX04's his farms are next level. He's very, very good at what he does. No idea what that is. Do I have a YouTube? I do not. You probably have seen their work. If you haven't seen them. But if you're ever looking for things that are the best of redstone farms, like I want to update my wither skeleton farm to this one. This thing is absurd. It's so good. It's a pure pressure nether fortress farm. But if you're looking for just absolutely game breaking farms to build for any sort of thing, they make super easy to follow tutorials and just completely break the game with the stupidest of simplest mechanics that just nobody thought about. Just nobody thought about how to do this in this way. And it's cool because they come in with like this whole context that's just completely different to what your average redstoner comes in with. And then they use that different context of not just how can I get mass rates out of it, but how can I get mass rates out of this thing as simply as possible. And it's really cool what they're able to achieve with all of it. It's really fun to watch. You watch Dallas? Yeah, I like Dallas. Dallas has got some good stuff. I like their Let's Play. It's very chill. I really enjoy, I know as much as my Let's Plays is very much like a faster pace and a lot of things happening, because that's how I like to play the game. I like to focus on a lot of different things and do a lot and kind of see like the final process at the end, when like pulling my head out of the work mode and being like, wow, we did all that. Isn't that so cool? And I'd love that. But I realized that because it's so fast paced, that for me, a lot of the videos that I enjoy watching from other people is a lot more of like the chill Let's Play. So I really like Dallas's Let's Play. It's just super chill, and so like it's just focusing on one house or focusing on one project and just kind of chatting along the way. And I really like it. Jenny, thank you so much for the dono. Speaking of farms, do you have a video on the lichen farm you use? It's Ill Mangoes, I believe. If you just look up Glow Lichen farm, Ill Mango has one that's I think is theirs. It's either him or Nembomb. And that doesn't look bad. But yeah, that thing is stupid. You don't have to, there's like a bit where you can add a trapdoor and close yourself in with a trapdoor, and then you can keep the farm running from there and get even more rates. But you don't need to do that. You absolutely do not need to. The farm runs plenty fine without that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. We'll take that. That's fine. The farm is gone. We have done it. It is no more. Okay, maybe this side is still here. It's fine. I very much moved into like a form of terraforming. I've moved into form of the form. Where if I accidentally place a block in a wrong position, usually I'll just be like, yeah, it's fine. Like, I guess that's where that stone block wanted to go. Well, just let it do its thing. So sometimes things are like a block taller, a block shorter than I had originally like thought they might be, and then I'm like, whatever. I want this right here to be flat coming down. We will figure out a doorway to get inside somehow into here. So I know it's going to look bad for now, but this is quite intentional. Yeah, we'll figure out some door to get in here later. For now, we can just leave this open. Is the world download for members what? Yeah, tier 1 members and up, you can get world downloads when the new one is released. The old one is available right now for episode 40 if you want to check it out. That was before any of the desert stuff started. So a lot of the old world is still intact. But yeah, so if you want the current world download, you gotta wait until episode 50 comes out, which will probably be in about 3 weeks. If I had to guess, it depends on how much work time I can get in from there. I'm trying to not like way overwork myself on getting videos done. So maybe they might take a extra week or something here or there. And that's okay. Was your favorite build? I really love the Giga Tree. Now that it's like something more presentable, I'm really happy with it. It's definitely something that could use some more work on it and everything, but I'm really happy with it. I also really love the city, just like walking through the city. So not like a unique build, but just the general atmosphere of there just makes me really happy. But it also makes me like nervous in a way of like, I did this so well to begin with that it's making me like nervous to want to keep expanding it, because I'm like, I don't want to ruin the vibe, because I definitely enjoy the upper city section more than I enjoy the lower city section, because I think I spent a lot more time in planning phases for the upper city than I did in the lower. I saw Jeremsy Boy streaming recently, and he literally just did some streams like plotting out houses along the edge of a street, and I was like, maybe we do one of those in the future before we get in the next city build. Like maybe literally a live stream where we just boot up a copy of this world and start looking at how the next city buildings will come in together. Do you have any more plans to the end? Yeah, I want to make it this giant like glowing glass nebula below the tree, so it kind of just like dithers out and basically creates a glass platform that if we were to fall off the tree, we can get caught on top of and would be okay. So I want to do that and then use like really subtle glow lichen and things to light it up. And then I also have a few ideas for eventual expansions around, because I want to incorporate some more structures out there so that it doesn't feel so alone. Because right now it just feels like I pasted something in a void, and I don't like that. So I'm trying to think of ways that I can keep expanding it and get some more life into there without making like the tree feel like dwarfed by anything, you know? I am playing with the idea of like these big like rune stones, like taking the Minecraft enchanting language and carving some of those rune stones into it, of maybe like we have these big floating rocks that each rock has a single symbol on it, and then around the outside we write some enchantment like unbreaking or something like that on the rune stones, and have that like be floating around the tree. So I don't know, we'll see. Kind of a little wonky. We'll do that. That'll be fine. Cool idea. Interested to see what you cook up. Yeah, me too. Me too. You upload on Thursdays now? Yeah, I've been uploading on Thursdays for 2 years. I almost, like, if I'm going to have an upload on a week, it's going to be on a Thursday. That needs a little love. That needs to be brought down. I hate these little, like, upside down, like, U shapes we create every once in a while. So I want to come back and fix those. But that also can be fixed in texturing, too. So it's not the end of the world. We don't like that being so steppy. Okay, that'll work. We can kind of merge that into the hill here. Probably some other small rock along it, just for the sake of it. But I don't know. This looks pretty good for now. We'll come back and like fix this up and turn it into like a weird little something or another leading into the farm. Bedrock's render distance on PC is insane. Yeah, they do a much better job. You can get up to like 64 chunks without ever doing anything. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I'm happy with the progress we made today. I'm really happy with the progress we've got here. Looks pretty good. We got all of that coming in. We've got this. We started over here extending that down. Definitely taking a lot longer than I thought it would. 2.5 hours in, and we've been working the entire time. That definitely, we need to focus on those. I think that'll be Friday's stream, is getting those two lines, like the rough like top line coming all the way in. Then we also need to, I guess that is connected all the way down there now, so that's good. And once we get those top lines in, then we kind of start branching those out from there, and we'll see where they connect up to each other. If people are making fun of you for playing a certain version of Minecraft, they don't really sound like people who you want to have as your friends. Ooh, that elytra is getting a low. Okay. Right. What was I looking for? I was putting that in there. Let's go make some rockets real quick and just restock the box. Did not need to waste one there, but that's fine. So I need what? Oh, yeah. Oh! Good thing I AFK'd here for a little bit. That should be enough. Looking pretty good, chat. It's looking pretty good. I love those mountains. I'm really happy that I spent the time to do them originally, and I'm happy that I'm spending the time to come back and finish them. They honestly might be one of my favorite builds in here. I just love terraforming. I have so much fun looking at custom terrain that I've built. It gives me a lot of joy to like look at a landscape that I've created and just like knowing that every block in it is something that I've changed. Would you ever play Bedrock Edition if they had hardcore? Probably not, no. Bedrock and Java Edition, like, both are Minecraft. Very much they are both Minecraft. That is very, like, 100% a true statement. But they play very differently. And so for me as a Java player, moving to Bedrock, even like simple stuff as like the movement within the game feels so off to me that I have a really difficult time playing Bedrock. Like I'm always just like, this is what this is supposed to be doing. Or even stuff as like flying around in creative or moving around in survival, like the way your character moves, it feels to me like a lot stickier. Like I feel really stuck. And whereas Java feels a lot more fluid. So I don't know. Bedrock to me just feels a little clunkier than that, but they definitely also get a lot of benefits of your game will actually run smoothly. So there's that. So, you know, you basically just, the version of Minecraft you pick the problems you want in your Minecraft version. Like you pick the platform you want to play on, and then if you're playing on PC, you pick which problems of Java to Bedrock do you want. Oh, there's so much experience here. Yes. All the way. Yay, thank you, doggies. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Wow. Oh, we're still going. Still going. Oh, yep, still going. Still going. Still some extra experience here. Wow, they have been busy. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know that this functions when I'm on the nether roof. How much experience is here? Well, we keep getting more, so there's that. Okay, now we're good. I cleared out some more floating things like in here and over here just to open this up even more, and I love it. I just keep slowly coming through off camera every once in a while. I'm just like, I'm gonna dig that out. The in and out of the nether like that, I love that. It's so fun. But the rest of the nether, yeah, it needs some love. We fixed that though. The gold farm's back up and running, so that's sweet. Gas farm definitely is working. I would love some more experience with my experience. Extra experience for dessert. Radio, I think that's gonna do it today. What are we at? 5, 3, 7, 4. Good few days of working in here today. Look at the mountain. Look at that coming together. I mean, this is mostly the front side, but we can see where it's expanding. Like all that's new addition over there, which is helping to fill in that transition from there down, which I like. And then all of that, once we can get all that filled in, that's going to really be cool on the extension of the mountain range. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. I need to come back here and do something with that. That needs some love in the middle. We got to change that up. Maybe just getting rid of the glass, to be honest. We add snow to that mountain. No, I won't add snow to this mountain. I know it's a little weird with a snowy peak right here to have that mountain being taller. So eventually the goal is to expand these mountains going way up and making the peaks a lot taller on all 3 of the mountains surrounding the city. But that's like a way future one. I think the next city part I want to focus on, because I want to do a little tiny bit of... Sorry. I need string. I'm allowed a string again. I want to focus on finishing up this little bit over here. I think that'll be for episode 50 as one of the little bits and bobs is finishing that, so that's all completely done. And then I don't know if I want to do it, but I would love to get the road, not the buildings, just the road from here all the way down to there. Like, I think that could be really cool to get that like winding road coming up. Why am I at like 40 FPS right now? Whatever did you do with all your string? Used it on a lot of stuff. So much stuff. You'll find out tomorrow. But I think that could be cool to do that. And then I think the next city expansion will be that little bit up there. And then we get the road in coming down here. And then I want to do a big city episode where we fill in basically along that street that we create. We fill in all of the houses going up to fully connect them. And then we basically have like 2 neighborhoods over there, and we'd have like 2 neighborhoods over here that would need to be built out, or districts, I guess. Oh, the buttons on the roof is very much just for mob proofing, but it also does look pretty good. We didn't really do too many of them over here. Also, now I'm like, oh, these tough blocks are beautiful. I want to use them in my city. So should I wait on building the city? No, I need to work with what I got now. But yeah, my friends, that is going to do it today. Thank you all so very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Y'all have a lovely rest of your Wednesday. Go check out the snapshots and everything that released today if you have not already. There's a lot of cool new blocks in there that you can look at. Or you can be like me and wait for the features to actually be released to look at them in game. So yeah, it is what it is. But again, thank you all so very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Janine, thank you so much for becoming a supporter, by the way. I'm sorry the notifications are not coming through at all. I very, very much do apologize. They just stopped 2 hours ago. I don't know. But that's going to do it today. Thank you all so very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I will catch you all on the flip side. Bye.